What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to the Real Deal Durham Podcast. I'm super excited. Episode number 6. Super excited to get into this today. For those of you who don't know, this podcast is all about helping you, the community members, make the best real estate decisions possible. Whether you're buying, selling, investing, or even renting, my goal is to help you make the best real estate decisions possible. My name is Isaiah Henry, and I'm your host. And for those of you who don't know, I am born and raised in the Durham Region. Grew up in Pickering. I'm out in Whitby now. I'm a 7-figure real estate investor, and I focus on long-distance real estate investing as well as value-add projects like flips and burrs. I'm an author, speaker. I'm a community-focused realtor right here in the Durham region. And fun fact, I actually have a 1,000-pound lifting total. For those of you who don't know, that's 1,000 pounds total between your squat, bench, and deadlift. For those of you who actually care, the numbers look like 365 on the bench, 365 on the squat, 265 on the bench, and 435 on the deadlift. There, getting me into that 1,000-pound club. I'd love to hear how you guys are doing. DM your scores below or DM me. I'd love to see where I kind of compare with the community there. But guys, you didn't come here to listen to me lift weights. You came here to learn about real estate. So without further ado, let's get into the podcast. All right, guys, welcome back to the Real Deal Durham Podcast with your host, Isaiah Henry. And in today's quick tip, it's about researching the neighborhood. Explore the neighborhoods you're interested in. Consider factors like proximity to schools, amenities, transportation, safety, and future development plans. This ensures you find a home or an investment in a location that suits your lifestyle or investment criteria. Now, again, I'm a huge believer in location. I'm sure you've heard it a million times in real estate. Keep this one thing in mind for me. You can renovate the home, but you can't renovate the neighborhood. So something to keep in mind. Again, quick tip today, research your neighborhood. It's Isaiah Henry. It's the Real Deal Durham Podcast, and we'll be right back. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to the Real Deal Durham Podcast. And in today's business update, I want to touch on 3 things. If you guys don't know, I'm an investor as well as a realtor, so I got a little bit going on. Love to keep you updated with what I have going on so you guys can keep up with me. First thing, 4 more sleeps, guys. 4 more sleeps until my next flip property actually closes. I'm super excited. Got the insurance in place. Lawyers are all talked to, and everything is freaking streamlined to get this thing going. So super excited. I am still doing a capital raise for this. So if you're interested in getting involved in this flip project or another project I have going on later this year, please send me a DM. We can talk about what that looks like in terms of getting involved there. On the realtor side, I'm actually doing a little bit of a switch maneuver. I'm actually looking to switch brokerages. Now, again, no animosity. There's no harm between where I am and where I'm going. I'm just looking for something a little bit different to help me service my clients in the community better. So I think this new brokerage is going to help me do that. And it's going to be better for you guys too. So it's all going to be good all the way around. If any of you guys have any questions, or if you're a client or looking to work with me, again, nothing's going to happen to the way we work together. It's just going to provide me some additional resources to help serve you better. So everything looks good. Super excited to kind of get into that. Guys, it's the Real Deal Durham Podcast, and we'll be right back with our topic discussion. Welcome back, everyone, to the Real Deal Durham Podcast. In today's topic discussion, we're going to talk about what does it cost to work with a realtor? Because listen, guys, the services that we provide, they're not free, but they're also adding so much value to you. So we're going to break that down today. What does it look like to work with a realtor? To get started, let's break down what like the actual typical fees for realtor services look like. Now, again, I'm in Ontario. That's where I practice there. So you can apply this to your region. So in Ontario, typical real estate commissions are 5% total. 5% total, not each, but 5% total. What that usually looks like in practice is the commission split between the buyer and the seller's agent. So the buyer's agent's going to get 2.5% and the seller's agent's going to get 2.5%. Even split, everybody's happy, and that's about average what we're seeing in Ontario in today's market. Now, sometimes if a seller is listing a property, they may offer an additional commission. Maybe they offer the buyer's agent 3%. Now, this is going to entice the buyer's agent to work a little bit harder. So they're going to go out there, maybe they're door knocking, maybe they're calling some past clients they never talked to in a little bit, and they're really pushing to get a buyer on this property. This is great because the seller, the listing agent, still gets their 2%, and the buyer's agent gets an additional half percentage point at 3%, really focusing to getting getting this deal getting off the table. So you'll see that sometimes if the seller wants the buyer's agents to work a little bit harder for them. Now, in the same realm, sellers are responsible for the HST with those commissions as well. So even though you're getting 2.5% as the buyer's agent, the HST is still coming from the seller side here, which all wraps around to this. Did you know if you're a buyer, you're not the one paying the commissions? And that happens about 99% of the times, especially in listings in the Durham region in Ontario. The buyer is not paying the commission. The seller is paying all the commission. The seller pays both the buyer's agent and their own listing agent there. And as the buyer, you get access to a top quality realtor like myself, but you're not actually paying the commission. So awesome to know, especially if you're buying or looking for properties, you're not the one paying the commission. All right, so now we're on the same page about like what the actual realtor services look like. How do the realtor commission structures work? Because you're like, I don't really understand how this all works, so let me break down these for you. So there's 4 typical structures that you'll see out there, and I'm also gonna give you a 5th bonus one. So if you stick with me all the way to the end of this section, I'll give you that 5th bonus structure there. So the first thing, fixed percentage commission. Now this is like totally standard. This is what you're gonna see in like 90% of listings across the board, and it's called that fixed percentage commission. It ranges between 3 and 7% depending on where you are, what kind of properties you're selling. But like I said earlier, in Ontario, it's usually about 5% total. Now, this percentage remains consistent whether you're selling a $250,000 home or you're selling a $2.5 million home. If the listing agent provided 2.5 commission on both sides, each agent is always getting 2.5% commission regardless of the purchase price. So that is your fixed percentage commission. And the next one is the split percentage commission. And as the name says, the commission is split. But let me break down how it works. This is an alternative to the fixed percentage commission. And let me give you an example here. So let's say you have an agent and they're doing the split percentage commission. An agent might ask for 3% on the first $500,000 and then 2.5% on any amount above $500,000. So this is really, really good if you're a seller and you want to kind of control the fees, because it actually works out to you having lower fees overall. And this is also great if you're working with like super high price houses, because if we're doing 2.5% on like a $5-6 million house, that's a lot of money coming out of the seller's pocket. So you might go into a split percentage commission to make sure that you're comfortable with the payments. The realtors on both sides are still getting paid, and it just works out for slightly lower fees for the seller and a great transaction for both agents on there. So that's what's called a split percentage commission. Number 3 is a flat fee commission. Hey, I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of a fan of this. I like knowing what I'm getting when I'm going in there, and it's not actually tied to the direct purchase price of the house. So in a flat fee commission structure, whether the property sells for $250,000 or it sells for $2.5 million, the real estate agents are getting a flat commission fee. So whether you make that $10,000, $15,000, or $20,000, whatever you decide and you agree on up front, that is the exact fee you're getting regardless of the purchase price. Now this has pros and cons, because if a realtor knows they're only going to make $5,000, they may not work that hard. But if the realtor knows they're going to have like a $50,000 commission coming through, they might work extra hard there. So again, these are great tools to have as a seller to make sure you're making the best decision when you're listing your property with whatever realtor you choose there. Now, again, this provides predictability for both sellers and buyers, because you're not worrying about, oh, if I sell for this, I have to pay him this. You're not doing your calculations every time you get an offer in. It's a nice flat fee, and it gives the buyers and sellers a peace of mind of what's going on here. All right, last one before the bonus is number 4. It's a fee for service. And just like the name says, you're paying for what you get. Now, in this structure, realtors are compensated for the specific tasks that they do, such as listing the property, conducting all their marketing efforts, hosting open houses, creating marketing materials, and more. You can almost think of it as like a big checklist. Like they have a checklist, and every item they do is tied to a monetary value, and they're getting paid for each service that they provide. Now, this again is not tied to the purchase price of the property, which again gives more predictability for the buyers and sellers. But as a realtor, you know exactly what you're going through, and you are getting paid for the each service that you're providing for your client there. Again, you're not seeing this very common, and you'll see this more in a customer service relationship rather than a client relationship. And it doesn't always work out as everyone thinks. I think a lot of sellers get in like, oh, I'm just going to pay for what I need. need, and then the rest will be fine. But when you have that wholesome commission structure where the realtor is really involved in the whole process, everything works a little bit better. I haven't seen this work out too well over time, but again, I'm here to help you make the best decisions possible, and I wouldn't be doing you guys a good service if I didn't tell you all the fees there. So those are the 4 common ones you're gonna see. Now the 5th one here. Now, real estate is always changing. Like you can even see from 5-10 years ago, like the prices of real estate have changed, the way people market real estate, the way people are getting clients, everything is different, and real estate is always changing. So I think these commission structures won't always be the same going forward. So I think with new developments in the real estate industry, I think there's going to be a lot of different commission structures. So one that I think is going to come into play is the long-term, or like commission in perpetuity. So right now you sell a house, let's say you sell it for a mil, you get your 2.5%, and you're like, hey, I'm happy, no problem, you're done. I think going forward, instead of taking that 2.5% up front, there might be a structure put in place where you get that over 12 months, over 18 months, or even 24 months. This works out great for 2 reasons. 1, the seller gets to hold on to a little bit more money and pay you slowly. And number 2, as a realtor, you get some more predictability in your income. Because as a realtor, you're getting big hits of money, right? Boom, boom, boom. But if you're having a more consistent structure and you know, I just closed a deal, that's going to pay me for the next 12 months. I closed another deal, that's going to pay me for the next 12 months. I think it adds a little bit more predictability to your life, as well as predictability to the seller. They don't have to come up with these big chunks of change. I know it's coming out of the sale of the house, but nice to maybe hold on to a little bit of money and move that out a little bit further. But hey, I don't know. These aren't in play yet. I'm just forward thinking. So, hey, let me know what you guys think. I'd love to hear some new commission ideas from you. Drop it in the comments below. Send me a DM. I'd love to hear what you guys are thinking. Now, okay, so we have the commissions. You know how the commissions work. You know the structure. Now you probably want to know, can I save on these commissions, or am I kind of stuck paying with these? Let me break that down for you. So you're asking really, can you negotiate these real estate fees? Short answer for you guys is yes. But let me kind of break down what that looks like. So yes, you are able to negotiate your real estate fees, but it really depends on the market, the type of property you're selling, and the realtor that you're working with. Some agents are super open to negotiating their fees. They go up and down. They'll take 2%, 2.5, 1%, 1.5. They're all over the place as long as they can get the listing. And some realtors, like myself, don't negotiate on fees. But let me tell you why. There's a lot of factors that influence commission. The services provided, the experience level of the realtor, and the overall transaction smoothness that you're going to experience as both a buyer and or a seller. It's very important that if you're going to choose a realtor just because they're offering lower commission, what else are they compensating on, right? If a realtor is offering you a commission, you think they're the best realtor for the job, pay them what they deserve. They're going to give you everything that you ask for and more, versus that if you start turning up that discount number, you might be not getting the full services. You might not be getting the full effort or activity that you want just because you're taking a discount agent or paying for discounted services there. So stuff like staging, photography, cleaning the property, getting things like on time, like talking with buyers, negotiating a good deal that works for you, price and terms, like doing all these extra things that aren't necessarily written down on paper that qualifies you as a good realtor, makes you worthy of that full 2.5, 3%, whatever your commission is. And again, if you go to those discount agents or agents who are willing to discount their commission right off the bat, I'm not saying they're not good, but if they're willing to discount their commission so quickly, what other services are they willing to hold back for you as a buyer or seller? Now, can you do this without an agent? Yes. Short answer, yes. You can do it without an agent, but I want to caution you. Now, I've done a couple episodes, episode 4 and episode 5, where I went into a little bit more detail on why you should buy and sell a home with a realtor. So go check those out if you haven't and let me know what you think. But let me reiterate a couple of those points quickly. The big thing here is the value of service that these realtors are providing for you. They're not just taking it, putting a sticker on your house and saying, hey, someone come buy this house. Or, as a buyer, grabbing your driver's license or ID and say, hey, yeah, just buy their house. There's a lot more that goes into what realtors do to help you, a client, and help us as a community. They're going to make the process super easy. These are professionals, guys. They've been in the game. They know what forms to write. They know how to write offers. They know the legalese. They know all the real estate terms to make sure you're getting the best transaction possible. They're going to handle all these miscellaneous items like I mentioned earlier: staging, appointments, showings, phone calls. Guys, you don't know that 9 p.m., 11 p.m. phone calls that these realtors are picking up to make sure that your transaction goes smoothly without you knowing. Those are the important parts, and those are the reasons why you want to work with a realtor rather than do this by yourself. Overall, it's just going to enhance your entire buying or selling experience, because at the end of the day, that's what you want. If you wanted to be a realtor, you would have signed up with Rico to get your license. But as a consumer, you want to work with some qualified realtors to help make this process as smooth as possible and get into that property, whether as a buyer, seller, or investor. A couple of things I also wanted you to know here, which I think you'll find interesting. Did you know that only 11% of sellers who actually want to sell by themselves actually get to a closed final sale? That's 11%. That's like 1 in 10 people. You take 10 people, all want to sell their house by themselves, and you're telling me one of them actually gets it done? And to boot, out of those 1 in 10 people, all those people who actually sell for about 26% less than if they had used a realtor. So guys, I don't know about you, but the stats don't lie. 1 in 10 people actually sell, and the people who actually sell take like 25% less. That's just not a win-win scenario. Let's work together. Client, realtor, work together to make sure we're getting the best transaction for you. You're going to make some more money. You're going to make sure you're in the transaction that's safe for you on the legal front, and it's going to make this process super easy. So can you do this by yourself? Yes. Should you do this by yourself? Probably not. And now that you know what it costs to work with a realtor and hopefully why you should work with a realtor, it gives you a better chance to make a high quality real estate decision, whether you're buying, selling, or investing in real estate. Guys, great topic discussion on working with a realtor, what it costs, can you negotiate, all that good stuff. If you guys have any questions or comments for me, please leave them below on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, whatever you got. I'd love to chat for you. It's Isaiah Henry here with the Real Deal Durham Podcast. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everyone. It's the Real Deal Durham Podcast with your host, Isaiah Henry. And I am so excited for this in the community section. I know I say it every episode, but guys, this is what the podcast is all about for me. So in today's community feature, I'm super excited to highlight King's Parlor. Again, they're on Instagram if you want to go check them out. It's x.kingsparlor.x. It's all about like playing cards. It's a super dope concept there. You can reach them 905-243-0151. They're at Thixon and Roslyn in Whitby. And oh my goodness, they got a great little studio there. It's all good for you. Guys, I'm thrilled to highlight Adnan, who is the local owner of King's Parlor Professional Barber. And he's refining the grooming experience for Durham Region. Adnan's barbershop is just a place to get your hair cut. It's an oasis of luxury and skill. That's what I'm talking about. With an unmatched blend of high quality services and affordability, Adnan provides and offers precise fades, tapers, lineups, everything you need so you can go out at the town looking your best. He spends time to build genuine connections with a client, and what sets him apart from all the other barbershops is his dedication to his craft and his professionalism with his clients. So whether you visit him in studio or choose one of his convenient mobile options there, be ready to indulge in the ultimate grooming experience. Anything from, hair, beard, face, he's got it all. And guys, you got to go check my guys out here at King's Parlor. He's affordable, he's timely, and his studio's got that old school feel with a touch of new age tech and charm. Like, it's just perfect. Guys, you got to check him out there. So again, just to reiterate there, it's King's Parlor. You can find him on Instagram at x.kingsparlor.x. Reach him by phone at 905-243-0151. He's located in Whitby, which is the Thixon and Roslyn area there. So please go reach out to my boy. Go get your haircut. Look at this. Go get your head right, man, and go check him out there. Adnan, thank you so much for being a community feature here on the Real Deal Durham Podcast. I'm your host, Isaiah Henry, and we'll be right back. And we're back. It's the Real Deal Durham Podcast. You already know who it is. In today's question and answer section, I'm going to be answering a question that I got from one of my mentor clients, someone who reached out to me. We got on a call. We went over a little bit of mentorship, what he's got going on. So boom, let's read it out. So my wife and I are about to close on our first house. congratulations, my guy, do your thing. But looking to get started in real estate investing right away, as you should. We have decent incomes, nothing crazy, and wanted to start building wealth for our family. What should our next steps be? Well, first of all, congratulations on closing on a house. That's a huge feat, especially in 2023 in today's market environment. So the first thing I would do, shameless plug, go get yourself a copy of The Rookie Real Estate Investor. It's my ebook. I do have it in print as well. If you don't have it, just DM me and get yourself a copy there. So what I've done in this book, it's a 7-step framework to get you started in real estate investing. So it's going to talk about everywhere from finding, funding, and finalizing your first or next investment property. And this is what this book's all about. So first thing I would do, my man, go check out The Rookie Real Estate Investor. Either get a hard copy or in print. And if anyone out there is listening, wants a copy, go check it out on my Instagram, YouTube, or send me a DM and I'll give it to you for free. All right, out of the way. First thing we're going to do in your situation, my friend, close on the house. Please don't do anything funky. Don't get a car. Don't get a line of credit. Don't quit your job. Just close on the house. Let's get that set first. So many people mess up that step. Now, if we've closed on the house and we didn't talk about how much you put down or the equity split there, but if there is a possibility of having some equity in the house, maybe you bought well or you put a lot down, go put a HELOC on that property as you can. I'm not saying we need to use it or max it out now, but it's always easy to go ask for money when you don't need it than actually asking for money when you're in dire straits. Trust me, I've been there. So the next thing we're going to do in terms of actually looking for an investment is starting with a small multifamily property. Again, I'm a big fan of single family homes. However, they really don't work as well in today's rate environment. So I will look for small multifamily, 2 to 4 unit properties. That's going to be the best. Now, with these 2 to 4 unit properties, what you're going to do is you're going to implement the strategy of house hacking. It is the be all and end all of beginner real estate strategies. It's literally the best for a number of reasons. First thing, you can access these properties with low down payments. Anywhere between 5 to 10% you can put down on these properties. One, live in one of the units yourself and rent the other units to increase your income, cash flow, as well as your equity pay down. There's so many benefits of doing this strategy. Another thing here, it's landlording with training wheels. A thing that I kind of want to highlight is everyone thinks they want to be a big bad landlord. Everyone's like, oh, I want like 100 doors. I got to be investing in real estate. But then they start getting into it. They're like, I don't like this. And that's okay. There's so many ways to invest in real estate without actually owning the property, sticks and bricks, dealing with the tenant, property management, all that good stuff. So if you're wanting to actually get started, let's give it a try. See if we like this. Pick up a duplex, triplex, fourplex, get some tenants, and see if you like this way of building wealth and growing wealth, actually owning and managing a property. I think it's going to be really good to kind of get your feet wet, dip your toe in, see if you like it. And if you do, then maybe we can move on to some more advanced strategies like BRRRRs, flips, seller financing, there's so much other stuff we can get into, but this is what I'm gonna say is gonna be your best bet to get started in. It's safe, it's landlording with training wheels, and it provides you so many great benefits. I tell everybody to do this. Now, house hacking with small multifamily properties is actually my specialty. That's literally what I do. It's my bread and butter. I help clients all over the Durham region and the GTA with this exact thing. So if you're interested in house hacking opportunities, running the numbers on them, finding opportunities that work for you in your life, please give me a call, send me a DM, just get on my phone. I'd love to, get on a call with you, discuss what that looks like for you and show you some options that you might have not known were available to you. So again, it's Isaiah Henry. I'll throw my phone number somewhere in the screen below, but yeah, I would love to chat on these and help you out there. Other than that, man, you're doing really great. Getting into real estate nice and early. You already have a property, so like you're up more than like half the people in the game there. So again, we're gonna work on that small multifamily. We're gonna look for a house hack. We're gonna put in that low owner-occupied down payment, and we're gonna start landlording with training wheels to get the process going to see if you actually like it and if this is something you want to take to the next level. Hope that helps, guys. Again, if anyone has any other questions, I'm always looking for great features to have here on the Real Deal Durham podcast. Slide into those DMs, give me a call, whatever you want to do. Love to feature you here. It's Isaiah Henry, the Real Deal Durham podcast, guys. We'll be right back. Thank you, everyone, and welcome back to the Real Deal Durham Podcast. Guys, we did it, episode number 6 in the books. Thank you so much for watching. If you're on the audio platforms, thank you for putting me on those AirPods or those Beat headphones and listening to me today. If you're watching on YouTube, like, comment, and subscribe. I'd love to get this out to more people in the community and help them make the best real estate decisions possible. If you're listening on any of the audio platforms, 5-star reviews, please and thank you, as well as a review. Really helps there. If you have a 1-star comment, I'll be honest with you, keep it to yourself. I just don't need it. There's too much negativity in the world. I'm only here for the good stuff. That's a joke. If you got something to say, let me know. I love the feedback there. If you are a Durham-based business, side hustler, entrepreneur, I want to hear about you. There's too many of you guys going operating in secret. I want to hear what you're doing, and I want to feature you on the podcast to connect the community more than we already do. If you haven't already, don't forget to get a copy of our Durham Neighborhood and Price Guide. We just updated it for this month as well, so make sure you go check that out. You can get that on Instagram, in the show notes here, or just DM me directly. I'd be happy to give it to you there. Shout out to Apollo for the music, and thank you to Adnan and King's Parlor Professional Barber for the feature in today's community section. And guys, Isaiah Henry, Real Deal Durham Podcast, helping you make the best real estate decisions possible. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you guys all in the next episode. Peace.